This part work has been supplied to me free of charge from DeAgostini. If you'd like to build along, pop along to DeAgostini.com where you can order one for your very own. They also have several other part work build-up models that you can build for everything from cars to boats and everything in between. So I'd like to thank them very much for giving me the opportunity to build this so you can all watch and see exactly how it all goes together. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 53 of Building Your Own Ford GT. In this issue we're going to be doing one of my favourite things, putting everything together. Well, not everything, but lots of things we'll be putting together after we of course have a flick through the magazine. Formula 2, the little brother of Formula 1. Formula 2 never gets the love, does it? But all good fun. It's still a fierce competition, I'm very sure. I'm sure you can see it somewhere on the telly. There's all the channels for everything now. You can find it on the internet if you want to as well. We are building today the front brake cooling air tubes. That's what they've supplied us with. But as well as that, we're doing all of the other things. We're getting all of the interior bit that we've done, the chassis bit that we've built up, and indeed the front wheels are all going to be installed today, along with this cooling brake assembly parts in there, and it'll end up looking quite a lot like that. I'm looking forward to it. So we won't bother looking forward anymore. We'll look to now. I'll clear the bench, we'll get the parts ready, and we'll get them put together. Okay, here we are. All of the parts from previous, apart from the body panels and things, we haven't got those. The front wheels obviously will be installed soon. First of all, we're going to be installing this onto there. It goes something like that. Now we've got these wires that are still coming off from here. So I'm going to get those. That one's obviously going off that side. These ones I shall have coming off this side, so they're out of the way. That's going to go on there a bit like that. Have I just located it properly? It's about there. There are 4 screws that hold this in place. Two at the front, one on that side, one on the other side, one there, and the other one down here, which you can't see yet because it's underneath the battery pot, the battery box. That does not feel like that's going down properly either. There's probably wires trapped in unusual positions. We are using, what are we using for these? This will be FD because it's going into metal. Yes, FD01 screws. We've got FP01 and FD01 supplied today. So let's get some FD screws out. We're going to need 4 for this and then 2 for the front wheels. So let's get a few out and we'll see how we get on with those. What I will do will be to get this so it feels like that's located where it should be. And then we shall see if the screws actually go in to the holes. That feels like that's gone into a hole, although that screwdriver might not be long enough. So I may have to progress to a bigger, longer tipped screwdriver for the others. That's gone in there. That one in there under where the battery will be going. I know you can't quite see that there, but that's there where it is. And the other one over that side. I'll move that off to the side because obviously I need to make sure these are tightened before putting that in there. It feels like they are. They're going to get there okay. That tightened up. Doesn't feel wobbly now, so I think I've got the wires in the right places for that. I don't need any more screws. I've got all the screws in there. It's just a case of tightening them all down. That one there. Actually, there's a lot to happen on this one, so I'll get all the other screws tightened down afterwards. This is going on to the front there. We've got, what have we got? These fake pipes that can line up with these fake pipe holes. Well, I suppose they're real holes, so that will go in there. 2 screws at the rear to hold that in place. And then I need to do some bits sideways. So the 2 screws going through here onto there. This is obviously going to be lifted up. Put that to connect. A bit like that. Then I need to put it down to get the screws ready. So let's try that again, shall we? Get that lined up. And now it's not lining up. See, I knew I should have done it the first time. There we go. That feels more like it's in position. The holes at the front are lining up, although we've got the tubes there, which are probably not going to go underneath there. So let's get that done in there. Unscrew through there. Probably easier to do by putting it somewhere else and using a different hand. Let's see, is that actually going into a hole? It doesn't feel like that's actually going in anywhere, no. Let's see, the holes are lined up, or not quite lined up, but they're almost there, so I'm sure it is about there. Does that just move back and shift more? I think it might have smoothed something over there with my fingers as well, so I shall investigate that as well. I think that's about right. I'm going to put it down again, but now it's not dropping down so far, so it's probably, hopefully, lined up just about right now. Let's try this one over this side. No, that's not there. I need to look at this more closely and get that lined up. So I'll get that lined up, get all the screws tightened up, and then we'll progress to the next stage. Right, next up, we've got a couple of things to do on both sides. We've got the little spanner-like clip that goes on there. The other end of that goes on there. The same on the side that you can't see off camera. And then these two brackets are held in place there and again on the other side that you can't see. And then I've got to turn it over. So let me get all this attached and then show you where the last bit goes. Okay, that's that all attached and nice and secure. Two more bits to fit. Well, one more. I've done that one. This is the air intake hose, which will only go one way around and does have a left and right because you need to cut out where this bolt through onto the bottom bit. It was a fairly tight fit. So let's see how this one goes on. Not too bad on that side. And that one, again, just the same. That's gone on there quite nicely. I like that. The suspension is not very much travel because obviously it's very low to the ground anyway. But it does work. It does move. I've popped the wheels. It didn't say, but I've popped the wheels into the, as you can see down there, the rack and pinion. So now you can indeed turn the wheels using the steering wheel. I didn't notice that in the instructions, but it is there. And when you turn it, obviously those rubber hoses that I've just connected need to have that little bit of flexment to them. So I'm happy with that. That is that stage completed. I believe the next one is a standalone, very quick one. There's a couple of quick ones coming up. So it's nice to have a one that's involved and lots of things going on. So I shall now find somewhere to put this out of the way for a little while. So thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.